It's time for Caribbean News, covering current events from around the world, regionally and locally, with Sean Garrity on this station. It's news the Caribbean can use. And now, the details. IDB approves new country strategy for Trinidad and Tobago on digital transformation. The Inter-American Development Bank, or IDB, has approved a new country strategy with Trinidad and Tobago for 2021 to 2025. It said the strategy aims to help the country implement its digital transformation agenda to achieve more sustainable and inclusive growth, which is the first pillar of its medium and long-term post-pandemic development plan. IDB President Mauricio Claver Corone held talks with newly appointed Planning and Development Minister Penelope Beckles on the financial institution's work in Trinidad and Tobago, as well as the IDB's work on digitalization and climate change in the Caribbean. A statement issued by the Washington-based financial institution noted that the new strategy will support the digital transformation of the Twin Island Republic's economy. It said that the strategy focuses on three areas: improving the business environment to enable digital transformation, expanding the use of digital tools to improve educational outcomes and digital skills, and enhancing the delivery of services. Penelope Beckles, in welcoming the IDB statement, said, "It is indeed timely for the IDB's new country strategy will focus on digital transformation given the priorities outlined in Vision 2030 and the roadmap to recovery." Barbados PM joins in tribute to prominent Caribbean jurist Sylvia O'Hines Radix. Barbados' Prime Minister Mia Mottley joined a plethora of jurists, family members, friends, and supporters in paying glowing tributes to former prominent Caribbean-born jurist Sylvia O'Hines Radix, now serving as New York City's new Corporation Counsel. In a historic vote last month, New York City Council voted unanimously to confirm Bayesian-born Hines Radix as the first Caribbean-born woman to serve as Corporation Counsel in New York City's history. In her new post, Hines Radix, whose last position was Associate Justice of the New York State Appellate Division, 2nd Department, is leading the city's law department, which is primarily responsible for providing legal representation to the city, the mayor, other elected officials, and city agencies in all affirmative and defensive civil litigations. In an hour-and-a-half virtual reception organized by the Brooklyn, New York-based Caribbean American Lawyers Association, or CALA, of which Hines Radix was a co-founder and first and currently only president, Motley said she was honored to join in the celebration of a true daughter of the Bayesian soil.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Fantastic DJs. For all your entertainment needs, it's fantasticdjs.com.
In entertainment, this is embarrassing. Foota hype on Shenseea's Alpha first-week performance. Dancehall selector producer Foota Hype has described the first week performance of Shenseea's Alpha's album as embarrassing and evidence that her 5.3 million Instagram followers are not genuine. In an Instagram monologue on Thursday, the Dollars and Cents producer prefaced his commentary by saying that he loves the Shore artist and admires her apart from music, as he knows her struggle and how far she's coming from. Shenseea's debut album, which was released on March 11 via Rich Immigrants Interscope Records, had sold 4,900 units from sales and streaming during its first week, including 800 copies in pure album sales. Foota, in making his point, noted that there was no sales figures to match the number of followers.
Because there's no way you can have 5.3 million genuine followers and hunger sales. That following you are not genuine, because it is proven in your sales. Next thing I'm going to tell you again, this is not disrespect, this is reality. And I said it before, Shenseea, you're a very popular girl, very popular artist. You are not yet a superstar.
In business, Uber adds NYC's yellow cabs to app. Uber Technologies on Thursday said it will list New York City's iconic yellow cabs on its app, the company's latest expansion into the taxi market. This report produced by Chris Dignam.
Shares of Uber jumped on Thursday after the ride-hailing giant said it reached a deal to list all New York City taxis on its app, a move that could help the company overcome a driver shortage in its biggest U.S. market. New York City has for years been a battleground between Uber and yellow taxi drivers, who have long protested the company on the grounds that it disrupted the industry and slashed their earnings. The deal would see Uber work with taxi software companies Creative Mobile Technologies and Curb, whose apps together account for all the yellow cabs in New York City. In a statement, Curb said the partnership will, quote, add tens of thousands of vehicles to the Uber platform in New York City and beyond. The deal is likely to bring cab drivers more business at a time when the spike in gas prices has added to the woes of an industry already reeling from a global health crisis. Uber said it now has more drivers on its platform in the U.S. than at any point during the past 2 years, and that the fuel price surge had not impacted its driver base. Uber shares popped 5.5% at the open, but had pared some of those gains by mid-morning. Meanwhile, shares of rival Lyft fell, shedding more than 3% at one point in early trading.
In sports, Chelsea thrashed Leicester 9-0 to go top of WSL. Chelsea hit Leicester for 6 in the first half en route to a 9-0 win on Sunday to go to the top of the Women's Super League ahead of Arsenal, whose derby with Tottenham Hotspur was called off due to COVID-19 cases in the Spurs squad. Winger Gure Wrighton opened the scoring for Chelsea with a pinpoint free kick in the 3rd minute and added another in the first half of stoppage time. In between, Beth England scored twice, with Sam Kerr and Anik Nowen also getting on the score sheet. And your Palm Beach weather. Partly cloudy skies, high around 80 degrees, winds north-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then at night, partly cloudy skies with a low of 63, winds south-southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Down in Fort Lauderdale, sunny skies at a high of 82 degrees with north-northeast winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Then at night, clear to partly cloudy, low around 60 degrees with south-southeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And that was the news, entertainment, and sports with Sean Garrity. Be sure to stay tuned to this station for more news from around the world, locally, and the Caribbean.